She walked away. Maybe she ghosted you. Maybe she fed you a line of BS excuses. Maybe she shattered your world, left you feeling worthless, confused, and angry. And now you're here. You want her back, but not just back. You want her to feel it. You want her to realize the monumental mistake she made. You want her to understand what she lost. Forget the weak, give her space, and be friends advice you hear everywhere. Forget begging, pleading, or trying to win her over with grand gestures. That's prey behavior. Today, I'm giving you the unfiltered, raw psychological strategy, the one core shift, the one sequence of actions you can implement starting now that won't just get her attention. It has the profound power to make her question everything, regret her decision, and yes, potentially come crawling back, desperate for another chance. This isn't for the faint of heart. This isn't about being nice. This is about power dynamics, leveraging human psychology, and executing a brutal shift. If you're ready to stop being a victim and start dictating the terms, stay locked in, because what I'm about to share will change the game permanently. Let's be brutally honest. It hurts like hell, doesn't it? That rejection, that feeling of being discarded, it stings deep. You replay every conversation, every moment, dissecting it, wondering, what if I'd said this? What if I'd done that? And what do most guys do in this state of pain and confusion? They chase hard. They blow up her phone with texts and calls. They write long, emotional paragraphs. They try to reason, to apologize, even when they did nothing wrong, to remind her of the good times, hoping to spark some flicker of what was. And what happens? Predictably, she pulls further away. Your value plummets. You become a nuisance, an irritation, a source of pressure, not desire. That neediness, that desperation is the ultimate attraction killer. That's not how you make anyone regret leaving you. That is not how you command respect, let alone inspire them to crawl back. You're here because you inherently know that common approach is flawed. You're looking for the lever that actually shifts the power dynamic, and it starts with understanding one core psychological principle that we're going to weaponize. Pillar number 1. This is the bedrock. This is non-negotiable. It's the most powerful first move you can make. You completely, utterly, and absolutely vanish. I'm talking ghost mode on an epic scale. No contact, zero, zilch, nada. This means no texts, no calls, no DMs, no accidental likes on her old posts. Block her on social media, not out of childish spite, but to remove her from your mental space and to prevent you from weak moments of checking up on her. Archive chats. Delete photos if you have to. Remove every single temptation to reach out or monitor her. You cease to exist in her digital and real world as far as your direct actions are concerned. Why is this so devastatingly effective? Pattern interrupt and psychological shock. She expects you to chase, to react, to be upset. When you do the exact opposite, when you meet her departure with cold, indifferent silence, it's a profound shock to her system. It shatters her expectations and her sense of control over your emotions, creates an echoing void and unbearable mystery. Your sudden and complete absence creates a vacuum. She starts wondering, where did he go? Why isn't he reacting? Is he okay? Did he move on already? Humans despise unanswered questions and unresolved loops. Your silence becomes an obsession. The scarcity principle amplified, your attention, your validation, which she perhaps took for granted, becomes infinitely scarce. And as we know, scarcity drastically inflates perceived value, forces her to confront the consequence. She cannot truly miss you. She cannot truly feel the weight of your absence if you are constantly reminding her you're still there, pining. This silence forces her, perhaps for the first time, to confront what life is actually like without you in it. The good, the bad, everything. Critical mistakes during the vanish. Any form of contact, no matter how small. asking mutual friends about her, posting sad, mopey, or passive-aggressive content online. Any signal that you are still emotionally hooked on her. You must be a ghost. Pillar number 2. While you have vanished from her immediate radar, you are simultaneously igniting a firestorm of self-improvement in your own life. This is the apex predator transformation. You take all that pain, that anger, that frustration, and you alchemize it into raw fuel for becoming an undeniably superior version of yourself. The version of you she was too blind to see, or foolish enough to leave. What does this look like? Physical domination. Hit the gym like your life depends on it. Build that physique. Eat clean. Sleep well. Radiate health and vitality. Mission and purpose. Double down on your career, your business, your studies. Achieve new milestones. Make more money. Develop new skills. Become a man or woman of substance and ambition. Expand your kingdom. Cultivate new, exciting hobbies and social circles. Travel. Meet new, interesting, attractive people. Live a life that looks and genuinely is compelling and enviable. Upgrade your presentation. Sharpen your style. Invest in your appearance. Carry yourself with undeniable confidence. Crucial point: subtle visibility. While you're not doing this for her, the nature of living an upgraded life means traces of it will inevitably become visible, perhaps through mutual connections, or if she ever dares to peek at an unblocked profile much later. This isn't about direct posting at her, but about your life radiating success so brightly it's impossible to ignore. The psychological warfare of this transformation triggers overwhelming FOMO, fear of missing out, and deep regret when, not if, she gets wind of this new, powerful, thriving version of you. It's a psychological dagger. She will be forced to compare the man she left with the man you've become. The contrast will be stark and painful for her. Demonstrates extreme high value and utter independence. You didn't crumble. You didn't need her. You elevated. This signals immense strength and self-sufficiency, which are universally attractive. Implied preselection. A man living a dynamic, successful life with new social connections inherently implies he has options. People are drawn to what others desire. Shatters her narrative. If she told herself you weren't good enough or that she was better off, your undeniable success shatters that self-serving narrative. Critical mistakes: faking it, doing it for her primarily. Your internal motivation must be for your own ascent. Posting anything that seems like you're trying to show her up directly. Reaching out to tell her about your progress. The power is in her discovering it organically or through the grapevine and feeling the shock of it. Pillar number 3, this is the endgame. This only comes into play, IF, after a significant period of your vanish and your apex transformation. She initiates contact, or if by some rare chance you encounter her organically. Your demeanor here is the indifferent demigod. You are polite, you are cool, you are slightly detached, and you are utterly, profoundly unbothered by her presence, her past actions, or her attempts to re-engage. How does this look in practice? Delayed and brief responses. If she texts, "Hey," your reply comes hours, maybe even a day later. It's short, polite, positive, but offers nothing for her to grasp onto. Example: "Hey, her name. Hope you're doing well. Things are great on my end." That's it. No questions back. No invitation for further conversation. No bitterness, no excitement. Your tone is neutral, almost bordering on pleasantly disinterested. You don't bring up the past. You don't ask why she's reaching out. You don't show any sign that her message was a big deal to you. Project abundance and busyness. Genuinely, your life is full, exciting, and she is, at best, a minor footnote from a previous chapter. You don't have much time or energy for nostalgic chats. If she pushes for a meetup, you're incredibly busy right now, but maybe sometime in the distant future if schedules align, no promises. You put her on your time frame, if at all. You are the prize. The psychological impact of your indifference. Total power frame reversal. You are now undeniably the one in control. Your indifference is a demonstration of supreme status. She expected, and perhaps hoped for, residual pining or anger. Your cool detachment completely disarms her and puts her on the back foot, ignites overwhelming challenge and intrigue. You've become an enigma. How did he get so unaffected, so powerful, so over it? This can make her desperate to understand, to reconnect, to prove she still matters to you. Amplifies her loss. Aversion. Your indifference confirms her worst fear. She lost something or someone truly valuable, who has now become even more so. This can trigger a desperate need in her to win you back, to soothe her own ego and validate her worth. This is the crawling trigger. This internal turmoil, this dawning, horrifying realization that she massively fumbled someone incredible who clearly doesn't need her anymore. This is what can manifest as more persistent attempts to re-engage, heartfelt apologies, admissions of regret, and a desperate desire to get back into your good graces. She wants what she can no longer easily have, especially if it's something that has visibly increased in value. Critical mistakes. Immediately being too friendly or available. Bringing up the past yourself. Asking her too many questions. Showing any sign you were hurt or waiting. Agreeing to meet too easily or on her terms. Any display of lingering emotional investment on your part destroys the frame. Now, let me be absolutely brutally clear on one thing. While this entire framework, the vanish, the apex transformation, the indifferent demigod, is engineered to create the optimal psychological conditions for her to question her decision, to feel regret, and to potentially want to come crawling back. The true, unshakable power of this process is what it does for you. This journey is not fundamentally about her. It's about your metamorphosis. It's about forging yourself in the fires of rejection and emerging as someone stronger, more resilient, with unbreakable self-respect and higher standards than ever before. Someone who intimately understands their own damn worth. The ultimate victory here isn't just her returning cap in hand. The ultimate victory is you realizing that you've become so phenomenal, so self-sufficient, so aligned with your own purpose that you don't need anyone to crawl back to validate you. You attract, you choose, you dictate. And if she does come back, and if you even decide to entertain it, it's on your terms, from a position of absolute strength, because you've built a kingdom she now desperately wants to be a part of, not the other way around. Her return becomes a byproduct of your ascent, not the goal itself. That is the ultimate power. So to burn it into your mind, the blueprint to shift the dynamic and make her question everything. Pillar 1, the absolute vanish, disappear. Create the void, shock her system. Pillar 2, the apex predator transformation, unleash your ultimate self. Radiate undeniable success. Pillar 3, the indifferent demigod. If contact resumes, you are cool, detached, powerful. She chases, not you. This path isn't for the weak. It demands discipline, ruthlessness, and an unwavering focus on your own power. But if you've got the steel in your spine to execute this, I want to hear from you in the comments right now. Which of these 3 pillars are you committing to starting today? Or what's the most brutal, unfiltered lesson a breakup has ever forced you to learn? No holding back. Let the raw truth flow. And if you know someone else who's been shattered, who's being treated like an option, and who desperately needs to reclaim their power and flip the script, share this video. Don't let them stay in the dark, making the same mistakes. For more unfiltered truths on power dynamics, dark psychology, and the strategies to become an undeniable force in every aspect of your life, destroy that subscribe button and activate all notifications. You do not want to miss what's coming next. Your old life ends now. Go execute.